Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 SR diesel. It's a 2015 car. Car when we bought it had covered just under 69,900 miles. It's now just over 70,000 miles. Finished in black, which looks lovely on the car. Half leather interior, which is standard on the SRs. What isn't standard is this one's fitted with the biggest option you can really get on these, which is the sat nav from the EX model. So it's a really nice spec with the bigger screen for the reverse camera. Lovely car, full service history, just going to go for its new MOT as well, and very nice as well, by the way. Lights and lenses are clear and intact. Bonnet, very good. CR-Vs don't suffer from stone chipping too much. The angle of the bonnet helps with that. Near side of the car, very nice, and the panel work there. Can't see kind of any obvious indentations. This side front alloy is really good. Nice, very crisp. Rear alloy again, very nice. Coming on the back again, all generally very nice. Off side of the car, driver's side, again really good. Some rear alloy, really clean. I mean, there's always, it's a 9-year-old black car with 70,000 miles, so it's going to have the odd light mark, but they are few and far between. It's been kept very nicely. Let's come to the boot area. Absolutely cavernous boot, and it's been kept very nicely as well. It's coming to the back, enormous amounts of leg room, and the front seats are set for me, and I'm 6 foot tall, so I'm not cheating. This is the area that CR-Vs suffer the most, as with any family car. Yet, in all honesty, it's been kept really nicely. Leatherwork and Alcantara all in really nice condition. Coming to the front and the passenger side, again really clean. Passenger seat, as with the rears, it's been kept really nicely there as well. Finally, coming to the driver's door card, which is pretty much unmarked. Footwell area is again very clean. The driver's seat for the car of its age and mileage is very nice indeed. So inside the car now, as always, the engine's running, so the dash is illuminated. Dashboard in lovely condition. Sat nav, as I said, it's the bigger one from the EX model, working absolutely perfectly. Pop the car into reverse, and you can see the rear parking camera likewise working exactly as it should, and this complements the front and rear parking sensors fitted to the car. Coming on down, it's just been kept in very nice condition. Let's come to the dash binnacle. Hopefully you can see 70,198 miles, and the only warning lights on there for the low fuel. Once that's out, there's nothing on the dashboard at all. It's been kept very nicely. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 SR diesel. Car's registered, if I can read it, FX15ONS, and mileage is now just been delivered actually, so it's just crept over the 70. It's 70,191 miles. The reason we do these videos, very simply, is just to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars, they get to see that very car actually in operation. We've always felt it important because we know just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which can look absolutely fine in a photograph or description, but then to get there and find out it's got a fairly obvious fault you'd much rather known about before setting off. So coming to the car, it's been very well maintained, this car. Twist the key, engine starts instantly and settles to a smooth, even idle. Aside from a low fuel light, there's no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car actually. The engines are superb diesel engines, really are. It's powerful, it's very economical, so just resetting the trip meters and going along. It's got all the qualities you'd expect of a Honda engine, so with just good regular maintenance. They're generally very tough and reliable. They're cam chain driven, so there's no major service like that to worry about at all, and it's a much better way of joining the top and bottom of an engine. But it pulls really keenly, it's on the move, it's nice and quiet. It's only obviously a diesel when it's at very low speeds or low revs, because even Honda can't engineer that out of the combustion of the engine. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch in the car, absolutely perfect. Bike point's exactly where it's meant to be. It's smooth and positive in operation. The gearbox is just your classic Honda gearbox. It's just brilliantly done. First of all, the positioning of the gear lever, your hand falls straight to it because it's going into the dash on an angle rather than straight down. Your angle of change, the plane of change, is so much nicer. It's just so much more natural. And the gear change, the selection is such high quality, beautifully engineered, and that feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. It's just they just show zero wear really. Then coming on to the steering and chassis of the car. Steering tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed actually up to the legal limit. Very nicely set up cars. Honda were way ahead of the game. It's only now that other manufacturers have finally decided to make their SUVs drive in a more car-like way. Well, Honda were doing that from the outset, and so, but what they've set up is just genius, really. But missed, as is always the case, by the great motoring press of this world. The steering is beautifully weighted, it's positive, it's accurate, and it's precise. All the things you need from a steering system. The car is not sporty, it's not meant to be, and that's sometimes the, I still can't quite get over it. The criticism of the car sometimes is that they can be a bit boring to drive. Well, guess what? It's not a sports car. It's just a great family car, and that's the genius of the car. So what it gives you is really good steering, a chassis that is very comfortable for day-to-day use, very well judged ride on the car. But when it does go through corners, it's not cornering flat, and it's not giving you sort of great oversteering moments coming out of corners. It does a brilliant job of sweeping through corners in a completely unflustered way, and unlike a lot of its competitors, which can lollop about and particularly those secondary motions, which can be quite unpleasant actually in the car, this doesn't suffer from them in like that extent, unless you're absolutely driving like a lunatic. The car drives way better than most in its class. Worth pointing out, there's absolutely no clonks, rattles, anything from underneath the vehicle. It's all absolutely solid as rock. The brakes are superb on the car. They're powerful. They're not grabby in any way, but there's no vibrations when you hit the brake pedal, even at speed, which was a fairly obvious sign of disc wear on the car. It is worth pointing out that the car will be heading off for a independent MOT prior to sale, so all these things are going to be checked anyway, but we check them through our workshops when we do the service anyway, so it'll be given a clean bill of health. And then finally coming inside the car, which, as I say, yet to be cleaned. It is very nice in here. It's not going to take very long. What video can never get across to you, of course, is build quality, and they are beautifully put together cars. There's no squeaks or rattles inside. It feels solid. But the first thing you notice when you get in any CR-V is the visibility is superb in them. So even if you're not used to this type of car, it's not one you're going to get into and feel intimidated in any way. They're very easy to manoeuvre around. You've got these huge wing mirrors either side, which help with sort of lane changing, but also manoeuvres, reversing, that kind of thing. But you've also got front and rear parking sensors, and on this one with the optional sat nav, you get the much bigger reverse parking camera, which is really nice. The interior itself, in terms of layout, is really simple. Even though it's very highly equipped, you don't get in the car, you don't feel phased by it or intimidated. It's all very simple and easy to use. Once you've sat in the car for a couple of days' use, you've pretty much mastered it. The sat nav, one of the easiest you're ever going to use, is simplicity itself and working perfectly. Down below that, we've got a dual zone climate control system, which allows you to have different temperatures side to side if you so wish, and it's pumping out absolutely ice cold air, so all functioning perfectly as well. As I always say, all the buttons, if you press anything, touch anything, has that really high quality damped feel that you get from the very best manufacturers, and Honda is certainly right up there with all of that. And then you've got this lovely clear dash design in front, just relatively minimalist by modern standards, and all the better for it in all honesty. So you get the information you need and your eyes are back on the road in a nanosecond rather than whoops daisy, go down there. I know that chap, that's my does a bit of work for me. There we are, nice to meet him. I'd like to meet him down these little lanes, but there we are. By the way, I don't normally come down these lanes, it's just when I dropped the chap off who drove the car, it was in a slightly different drop-off point, so we're coming down these sort of slightly tighter lanes than normal. But yeah, no, dash is lovely and clear, crystal clear, and then you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel. It's a fantastic car, really, really is. Drives absolutely beautifully, can't fault it.